नेक्स्ट हे करताना फक्त the points in that first is the impurity introduction, then second one. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
in the chapter contains the introduction, the impurities in water that units, but there is a no conversion, types, numerical problem based on the water, determination of hardness water by EDTA method. These are also for the practical of hard water by EDTA method, and numerical based on this. Softening methods of water by only one process in that is the ion exchange process, and numerical based on the ion exchange process that asks for the 6 marks in the examination. Then BOD, biological oxygen demand, COD, that is the chemical oxygen demand. Then definition of these both of the ask for 2 to 3 marks. Then water purification membrane technology, in that there. First one the electrodialysis, then second one the reverse osmosis, and third one the ultrafiltration. Is it clear what happened in the chapter? Can you hear me, dear
Yes,
student?
ma'am.
Okay. Then the next. Okay. Okay. So the chapter contains the introduction. Then first point in that the impurities in water, this point is asked for 2 to 3 marks for in the examination. Then hardness of water, units, types of numerical based on the hardness of water. Of hardness of water by EDTA method. That EDTA method is also you will perform in the laboratory also, and numerical based on the EDTA method. Water by ion exchange process, and numerical problem based on that. BOD means biological and demand, and COD means chemical, and definition it is asked for 2 to 3 marks. Significance and numerical based problem on this also. It asks for a 2 or 4 marks. Water purification method included the 3 type of water purification, that is the electrodialysis, second one is the reverse osmosis, and third one is the ultrafiltration. It contained in our syllabus. Is it clear to all? It is clear to all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Then next one, the first point, that is the introduction. The introduction. So water is, you all know the water is existence of all living beings. That is, without water we cannot survive. Okay? Almost all human being activities, the domestic, agriculture, and industrial demand or use of water. Although the water is nature most wonderful abundant compound. Okay, the how to distribution of water, the distribution of water on the earth surface is extremely uneven. Only 3% of fresh water used for our daily needs. Can you share the, can you read this? 69% of residue and glaciers, 30% underground water, and less than located in the rivers and swamps. So you know what is the deficiency of our lakes and dams, that is the present situation, that is only 1% of water located in a lakes and rivers. That's why we need a more water or more rain. The remaining 97% residue in the ocean. Look at another way, only 1% of water. Okay. So what is most important? It is used in one minute. Okay. So it is used in different one. Okay. So the different use of water in different specification. So few example I discussed. For water used, few example discussed in the textile industry. Textile industry need a water. Again water used in which industries? Tell me. Any idea? Domestic use, we all know that. Then second,
Ma'am, in chemical industry, water is used as solvent. Ma'am, in chemical industry,
laundry,
water is used as solvent.
boiler, laundries, the soft water we can use free from color and manganese and ferrous like impurities are present in that. Therefore, they can they compound in a soap, salt and ferrous and manganese to the fabric. Therefore, it can be used in the industry. Then again, for paper industry, it is required. Tell me, paper industry, it is required. The SiO2, that is the silicate, is the impurity present in water that remove that silicate impurity. Then we can get a of paper. Okay. Then sugar industries, you know the sugar industries. The hard water contains, it is used in the sugar refining result and the formation of deliquescent sugar. Okay, so it is also used in a sugar industry. Is it clear? Every day we can use for the cooking purpose and it is also used in the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, then
Hmm.
physics. So next, that is the types of impurities present in the water. So how many types of impurities present in the water? That is the physical impurities, chemical impurities and biological. Is it clear to all? Physical impurities means the water is caused by the metallic substance like the salt. To the colloidal extremely fine suspended such as insoluble suspended like clay, sleet and microorganisms. Okay, the taste. Presence of dissolved and minerals in the water produce the taste. Bitter taste can we do for the presence of ferrous, aluminium and manganese sulfate and lime used. Due to the presence of large amount of sodium bicarbonate, the taste is an odor in whatever undesirable for the domestic oral purpose. Can you see on the chemical impurities? Yes. Inorganic chemical, that is aluminium, calcium, magnesium, ferrous, zinc, copper, potassium. Okay, that is a cation. Anion, chlorine, sulfate, nitrate, NO3, HCO3, then NO2. Okay, the organic chemical dyes, paints, petroleum product, pesticide, detergent, drugs, textile material, other organic related material. Biological impurities like algae, pathogen, fungi, virus and parasite worms. Okay, is it clear? The other way to classify the impurities present in the natural water as This is the important. What is that? Suspended impurities, colloidal impurities, dissolved impurities, and pathogenic impurities, microorganism. Okay. Then impurities are again divided into two types. Which one is the first? Inorganic and organic. Inorganic means which type of impurity are included in inorganic. Example, clay, sand, mineral from the land. Is it clear? Is it clear to students? Can you hear me? Huh.
Yes, ma'am.
Organic.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Organic. For example, animal body material, vegetable and oil globules. Then second, so it is called as a suspended impurity. Colloidal impurities, the large particle above the impurities settle down on the standing smaller particle remains dispersed in the colloidal form. These included in fine divided silica clay, organic waste product and coloring material and amino acid etc. Okay. Dissolved impurities. Natural water may contain the inorganic salt gases and dissolved organic matter. Okay. The next one, the pathogen, that is the microorganism. Various type of microorganism, bacteria, virus, fungi, algae also enter into the water bodies throughout the sewage and other waste. These are microorganisms are instrumental causing the various diseases. In order to control the microorganism and chemical treatment, chlorination is done. What is mean by again? It is included in a water softening process. Okay, chlorinated water. Then, so how many impurities present in the nitrogen asked in the examination for 2 marks? What is that? The how impurities present in the how many impurities present in the natural water. So how many impurities are there? Impurities, suspended impurities, colloidal impurities, dissolved impurities, and pathogen or microorganism impurities. This is to all. It is clear to all.
Okay.
Okay. Then next one. So what is that? First point, that is the introduction of water. Then second point, what is that? That water used in many types of industry like the sugar industries, paper industries, laundries, dyeing industries, pharmaceutical industries, again which is remaining bathing, then domestic use. Is it clear? Impurities is present in the how many types of impurities is present? That is the 3 types of impurities is present. What is that? Suspended impurities, colloidal impurities, dissolved impurities, and microorganism. Okay. Then next point, hardness of water, and this is very important for the examination point of view. Hardness of water. What is mean by the hardness of water? The definition is that the hardness of water is characteristic which prevent the lathering of soap. Okay, formation of soap, जो झाग बनता है ना, that is. In the other way, it is defined as the soap consuming capacity of water. This is due to the are like calcium and magnesium, other heavy metals like the aluminium, ferrous and manganese, etc. Okay. So what is the definition of hardness water? Hardness of water, it is asked for 2 marks. Okay. What is that? The hardness of water is the characteristic which prevent the lathering of soap. In other way, it is called as a soap consuming capacity of water. This is due to the presence of aluminium, which salt due to the presence of salts like calcium, magnesium, heavy metals are like aluminium, ferrous and manganese. Okay, it is dissolved in the water and the formation of the soap. Soap like sodium or put a higher fatty acid like it. And what is mean by the soft water? Tell me. Hard water, it do not form the lather. What is the soft water? The water which gives the more lather with the soap called as the soft water. Is it clear? Is it clear? Write down the reaction. Student, write down the reaction. C17, what is the formula for soap? C17H35 CONA plus H2O. Okay, of the stearic acid, that is the C17H35 COOH plus byproduct is NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So what is the definition of hard water which does not give the lather with a soap called as a hard water? This is due to the presence of certain salts like calcium, magnesium, and other heavy metal dissolved in the hard water. Reaction of soap. So everyone write down the reaction. Stearate. Sodium stearate is combined with calcium chloride, that is the hardness, and formation of the calcium 2C17H35 COONA plus CaCl2. Okay, use the arrow and use the arrow. Write down the product. What is the product? The calcium stearate C17H35 COOCA, calcium stearate plus 2NaCl. Write down the second reaction. Write down the second reaction. 2C17H35 Na plus magnesium sulfate. So calcium and magnesium is causes hardness of water. Okay, calcium, magnesium. So write down the magnesium sulfate and formation of product. Write down the magnesium stearate C17H35 COO. Second twice magnesium plus byproduct Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, and first NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, it's over. It's over. Student, it's over.
Yes, ma'am.
It's over. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I will share next one. Is it okay for you? Then causes of hardness. क्यों होता है hardness? Why? Okay. So causes of hardness and all the problems are depend upon the hardness of water. Okay. So this is very important. Hardness of water is due to the presence of, write down, the presence of bicarbonates, chloride, sulfate, and nitrate of calcium and magnesium. Write down the sentence. Whole sentence is very, because all the problems are depend upon this one. Okay. Hardener is due to the presence of carbonates, bicarbonates of chloride and sulfate and nitrate of calcium and magnesium. Of calcium and magnesium. Okay. What is important? Hardness of water is due to the presence of bicarbonate. Which bicarbonates are there? Chloride of sulfate and nitrates of calcium and magnesium. जितने भी calcium और magnesium के bicarbonates है, उसे hardness of water is due to the presence of bicarbonate, sulfate and nitrates of calcium and magnesium. Okay. When the natural salt contain when the natural salt contain the CO2 flows over the rocks, limestone, that is the CaCO3 is one type of hardness causing chemical. Dolomite, CaCO3, MgCO3, magnesium carbonate, calcium carbonate. Okay. CO3 is combined with, write down the reaction. Reaction is very important. Calcium carbonate is combined with water and to formation of Ca in bracket HCO through taken twice. Okay, the natural water where flows over the rocks containing chloride and sulfate, nitrate of calcium and magnesium. This salt dissolve in water, the water get hardness. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next. What is the next slide? Disadvantage. So what is the disadvantage of hardness? Disadvantage. Read. We use the hard water, domestic use for washing purpose. Then what happens? Hard water, when we use for washing purpose, does not produce lather freely, and whites come like a PPT called as a stearate. Okay. What is that? The soap. Lots of soap get wasted. Disadvantage of the hardness of water. Okay. हार्ड वाटर लोगे आप, उसमें सोप कंबाइन करोगे तो इट फॉर्म द व्हाइट्स कम पीपीटी. ओके, so most of the soap can get wasted. Bathing. If we can use for bathing purpose the hard water, then what happens? Hard water, again same reason, that what is that? It does not lather freely with the soap solution and produce the sticky scum and on the body. That is, thus the cleaning quality of soap is depressed and lots of soap can be wasted. Again same, what is the happen for the cooking? The boiling point of water is increased because of presence of salt. Hence, the more fuel and time are required for cooking. In the kitchen, number of times we can occur that if we can use the hard water for cooking purpose at dal. Most time required for that preparation of dal and rice. Okay, so if the hard water is there, what happens? The calcium and magnesium salt are there, so it requires the more time for the cooking purpose. Drinking hard water causes the bad effect on our digestive system. Moreover, the possibility of forming the calcium oxalate crystal in a urinary tract is increased. That is the kidney stone. So this is the disadvantage of hard water. Is it clear? It is clear to all students. Disadvantage of hard water.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Washing, if we use the hard water in washing purpose, bathing purpose, cooking purpose and drinking purpose. If washing, it do not give the free lather, so the soap and form the whites come on the body. And again, boiling point of water is increases in the cooking. And if we can use the hard water to drinking purpose, then what happens? The crystal is formed in our body urinary tract called as a kidney stone also. Okay. So this is the disadvantage of hard water. But now some advantage of hard water also. What is that? The taste of hard water is usually better than the soft water. The label of the bottles of mineral water shows that it contains the magnesium 2+. What is magnesium? Salt. Okay. And calcium 2+ ion. It tastes good. This is the advantage also. Okay. Then second, the dissolved calcium in hard water can help to produce the strong teeth and healthy bones in a children. So to our advantage of this hard water. First one, the taste of hard water is better than the soft water. The label on the bottles of mineral water shows that it contains the magnesium 2+, that is the magnesium, and calcium ions present in that. Taste is good. The dissolved calcium in the hard water can help to produce the strong teeth because we need the calcium for teeth and bones. Take the hard water, then automatically sometime it is benefited for the healthy bones in the children and healthy teeth in the children. Okay. So this slide is again for the hard water or water used in the number of types of industries. Okay, textile industry, sugar industry, dyeing industry, paper industry, steam generation. Okay, so is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Can you hear me? Huh. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, so introduction, then hard water, then what is advantage of hard water, what is the advantage of disadvantage of hard water. Then next is the types of hardness. Next point is the write down the types of pen and okay. Next point, write down the types of hardness. Okay, the hardness of water is mainly divided into two types. Okay, which one? Temporary hardness and permanent hardness. And permanent hardness. Write down it. Temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Okay? Over. So we will see first one by one. That is what is mean by temporary hardness. And this question asked in the examination for 3 marks. Okay? Or sometimes 4. What is mean by the temporary hardness? And all the problems are depend upon to find out the temporary hardness and permanent hardness in a given water solution. Okay? So what is mean by the temporary hardness? And write down the reaction also. Temporary hardness is mainly caused by the presence of dissolved bicarbonates of calcium, magnesium. Can be okay. Write down the reaction: calcium of bicarbonate, CO3 taken twice, and magnesium bicarbonate is Mg SCO3 taken twice. Okay. Temporary hardness can be largely removed by boiling of water. Are decomposed in a soluble carbonates of hydroxide which are deposited in the crust at the bottom of the vessel. So, what is meaning of this? Temporary hardness can be removed on the boiling of water. Therefore, it is named as temporary hardness. Okay, and temporary hardness is caused mainly by dissolved by bicarbonates of only calcium and magnesium. Okay, this is very important. Okay, temporary hardness is mainly caused by of calcium and magnesium, and temporary hardness can be removed by boiling or it is named as temporary hardness. Okay, write down the reaction. Carbonate, give the arrow by heating, then sodium carbonate, CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Okay, write down the second one, carbonate. Write down the reaction, student. Carbonate by heating, then formation of magnesium hydroxide plus 2CO2. Okay, temporary hardness is also known as carbonate hardness or alkaline hardness. In the examination, it will be asked, fill in the blanks in the test. Temporary hardness is known as dash hardness. So it is necessary to learn that the temporary hardness is also known as carbonate hardness or alkaline hardness or temporary hardness. This is determined by the titration with the SCl using methyl orange as an indicator in the laboratory. This is in the laboratory for practical purpose. Okay. What is meant by the temporary hardness? The definition of temporary hardness: Temporary hardness is mainly caused by the presence of only bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. It can be removed by the boiling of water. Okay, the formation of that is the calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide. So which mainly used for that calcium bicarbonate, by heating it gets converted into calcium carbonate plus H2O plus CO2. Bicarbonate, by heating it gets converted into magnesium hydroxide plus 2CO2, and it is called as a, it is also called, what is also called as carbonate hardness and alkaline hardness. So clear to everyone? Tell me, clear to everyone?
Yes.
Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next, the permanent hardness. Okay. So in meaning there is a definition. Temporary, it can be easily removed. Okay. Permanent, it cannot be removed. So it is due to the presence of different fluoride and nitrate. Okay. Temporary is caused by bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Okay. This is due to the presence of dissolved chlorides of nitrate, sulfate of calcium and magnesium and iron and other metals. Okay, permanent hardness is responsible for the salt line. This is very important. You write down the salt also on your notebook. Calcium chloride means Ca2 plus, magnesium chloride Mg2 plus, CaSO4, MgSO4, Ca ferrous sulfate, aluminium sulfate. Okay, write down the presence. What is the important point? It is due to the, because the problems are based on temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So write down it. Presence of dissolved chloride, nitrate and sulfate of calcium, magnesium and iron and other heavy metals. Okay. So this is very important line. Write down. Dissolved chloride, nitrate and sulfate of calcium, magnesium, iron and other metals or heavy metals. Write down the salt involved in that, responsible for the permanent hardness. First salt, write down calcium chloride, magnesium chloride. Third one, calcium sulfate. Next one, magnesium sulfate. Then next one, ferrous sulfate, FeSO4 and aluminium SO4, aluminium sulfate. Permanent, okay? Full stop. Permanent hardness cannot be removed by boiling, but it can be removed by agent and different method like lime soda method, zeolite methods and ion exchange process. Is it clear? It cannot be removed only for boiling, only on boiling. Okay, permanent hardness cannot be removed by boiling, but it can be. There is an option. What is the option? But it can be removed by using the different type of method or chemical reaction done on it. What is that? First one, the lime soda method. The hard water it will get converted into soft water. Okay, lime soda method, zeolite method, ion exchange process. That is, three methods are used for the water softness. It can be removed the permanent hardness. Okay, it is also known as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness. Listen, student, what is in the temporary? It is called as temporary or carbonate or alkaline. Is it clear? In the permanent hardness, it is known as non-carbonate, non-alkaline hardness. The difference between the total hardness and alkaline hardness gives the non-alkaline hardness. Okay, ये लास्ट का आपको समझ में नहीं आया होगा. I will explain at the time of problem. Okay, so what is important in this slide, that is the important presence of salt, dissolved chloride, nitrate, sulfates of calcium and magnesium are responsible. Which salt are used for that? Calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, ferrous sulfate, and Al2 sulfate, aluminium sulfate. Permanent hard. What is the important point here? Permanent hardness cannot be removed on only just boiling. It can be removed by some chemical process done on the water. What is the process of the for softening method? First one, the lime soda method. Second one, the zeolite method, and third one, the ion exchange method. Only the ion exchange method for our syllabus. Lime soda method are not included in our syllabus. Okay. Then, so you know the next point, that is the difference between the temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Can you hear me all? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Different. So what is the difference between the temporary hardness and permanent hardness? Okay. So this is very important. Write down the difference. लिखना जरूरी है, otherwise कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. You can't understand anything. Then you able to solve the problem based on the hardness of water. Okay. So first, what is the first difference? Temporary hardness and permanent hardness. The temporary hardness, it is due to the carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium, magnesium, ferrous, and manganese. Okay. Permanent hardness, it is due to the chloride, sulfates, nitrates of calcium, magnesium, ferrous, and manganese. So what is the difference? Tell me. It is due to the carbonate and bicarbonate for temporary, okay? And permanent में क्या है? It is due to the chloride and sulfate and nitrate. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Bicarbonate and carbonate for temporary. Salt are same, calcium, magnesium, ferrous, aluminum जो भी है, okay? It is due to the carbonates and bicarbonates of temporary. And permanent में क्या है? It is due to the chloride, sulfate and nitrate of salts are same. That is the calcium, magnesium, ferrous, manganese. Okay, whatever it may be. It is known as a carbonate or alkaline hardness. What is known as in temporary hardness is known as carbonate or alkaline hardness. Second one, permanent. It is known as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness. Is it clear? Second point, difference. Different. Then third one. The temporary hardness is leads to the formation of 1 minute. The temporary hardness leads to the formation of loose deposit of carbonate, hydroxide of Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus respectively. To formation of loose deposited means that is the scale and slug formation in the boilers. Okay, that is the temporary hardness. On boiling, it can be removed. Temporary hardness leads to the formation of loose deposited on the carbonates and hydroxide of calcium and magnesium respectively. And permanent hardness leads to the formation of scales and sludge on the boilers. Okay. Then last one. Temporary hardness can be removed by simple techniques such as a boiling and filtering. Okay, that is temporary. Temporary hardness can be removed the simple techniques such as the boiling and filtering. Permanent hardness can not be removed by simple techniques such as the boiling and filtering. Is it clear? Permanent hardness can be used another technique for removing the hardness in the permanent. What is that? Three methods are there, which were lime soda, zeolite process, and third one ionic. Okay. Then this is called as a, and this is difference temporary hardness and permanent hardness is asked for 2 marks. Okay. Then 4 points is required for that. So temporary hardness is due to the carbonate and bicarbonate, calcium and magnesium and ferrous. It is due to the chloride and sulfate nitrate of calcium and magnesium. Carbonate in the temporary or alkaline. In the permanent, it is known as non-carbonate or non-alkaline hardness. Temporary hardness is lead to the formation of fluid deposited on the carbonates and hydrocarbonates. Permanent hardness is lead to the formation of the scale and slug in the boiler. Okay, hardness can be removed by simple technique, that is, you can boil the water and remove the temporary hardness. But permanent hardness cannot be removed on boiling of the water. It can be removed by some chemical process done on it, that is the lime soda process, zeolite process, and what is that? Another ion exchange process. Okay, this is called as the difference. Okay, then this is the unit of hardness. Okay, so what is important here? We can use the unit, that is the parts per million. ppm always used for the calculations purpose. Okay, so write down the unit, write down all the students, because you can write down in the exam, problem also, parts per million, ppm. Okay, write down the definition, ask for the 2 marks for that. Parts per million. The number of parts of calcium carbonate is equivalent hardness present in 106 part of water. Okay, ppm in short. You always write down ppm or milligrams per liter. Okay, the number of carbonate equivalent the hardness present 106 part of water. To write down 1 ppm is equal to 1 part of. Write down it. 1 ppm is equal to 1 part of CaCO3 equivalent hardness. CaCO3 equivalent hardness in 106 part of water. In 106 part of water. Okay. Second, units, 2 units we can use here. Parts per million. In short, it is called as a ppm, and milligrams per liter. Milligrams per liter. Okay. Write down the number of milligrams of calcium carbonate equivalents. Write down it. Milligrams of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness present in the liter of water. So you can write down 1 milligrams per liter equal to 1 mg of CaCO3 equivalent hardness in a 1 liter of water. In short, it is give the comparison, but 1 liter of water weight equal to 1 kg equal to 1000 gram equal to 1000 gram milligrams, and 10 raised to 6. You can just write down it, 10 raised to 6 equal to 1 ppm. Okay, stop here. Units of hardness. Please pardon, I can't hear properly. Here, 15 marks. Most of the important chapter, water, phase rule, and again 2 to 5 marks. Then second, intermolecular bonding, atomic structure. That these are short marks, but this is very important chapter according to examination also. What is that? Water, polymer, phase rule, and intermolecular bonding. Okay, so we will see one by one. First, that is the water. So today, what we learn? First, introduction of water, बराबर है? And second one, आपको आना चाहिए सब कुछ. Second, tell me.
Impurities present in water.
Introduction. Then second one, impurities present in that. What is the impurity? Suspended impurity, colloidal impurity, then
Biological impurities,
and pathogen. Then next, hardness of water. Okay, hardness of water. And next,
Types of
causes of hardness due to the presence
Types of
of
hardness.
bicarbonate. Then next, types of hardness. There is the 2 types. Which one? Temporary and
Temporary and permanent.
permanent. Okay. What is meaning by temporary? And causes due to temporary क्यों होता है?
hardness due to
Kinds of
carbonate
magnesium
hydroxide, bicarbonate of calcium.
You can remove from boiling.
Yeah, bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. And permanent hardness is caused due to the
Fluoride, sulfate.
Sulfides,
no.
magnesium,
important. Permanent hardness is caused due to the chloride, nitrate, sulfate of calcium and magnesium. ये आप दिमाग में डाल दो. What is that? Permanent temporary hardness is caused due to the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, and temporary permanent hardness is caused due to the chloride and sulfates of magnesium and iron and other heavy metal. Okay, then we will next क्या पढ़ा हमने? Different, बराबर है? Differentiation, temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Okay, then next unit, कितने unit है hardness के? How many units are there?
2 units, ma'am.
Parts per million called as a ppm and milligrams per liter. Is it clear?
Yes.
So everyone understand? So now today we will stop here. Then next lecture we have seen that the problem based on the hard water and soft water. Everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on hard water and soft water. Okay, thank you dear students. And